How you going? Am I looking a little bit taller tonight? Well, it may be because I'm standing on my soapbox tonight. I think we need to have a bit of a chat about beers and beer reviews and all that sort of thing. When you pick up a beer and you take a look at it, do you in your head immediately think it's going to be at the top end of the flavour spectrum, the aroma, the bitterness, whatever the case may be? And when that beer doesn't fulfil those expectations, how do you react? Do you get pissed off, say a beer's shit, maybe jump online on the keyboard and have a crack at about it on Untapped, or do you maybe find out more about it or appreciate it for what it actually is? Because I really hate that type of behaviour where people sort of jump off half-cocked and get all angry about this beer because it didn't meet their expectations for a couple of reasons. One, that beer has been designed and made by a brewer who loves what he does, is very passionate about what he does, and he's made that with his own two hands. So I think we need to respect that for a start. And I think all beers can be great, even if they aren't extreme at one end of the scale or the other. We can appreciate it for what it is. And sometimes what that beer is it's meant to complement an entire range from a brewery. Maybe they've got other beers that meet those extreme expectations within their beer range, and this one sits in the middle. Case in point, this is the Six String Brewing Shredding IPA. And this sits between their dark red IPA and their pale ale. Why do I know that? Because I bloody asked. Because what I saw just recently, there's a couple of comments around this beer, just sort of having a crack. Nothing too bad, but just like not really maybe understanding what this beer is all about. So I jumped online and said, guys, hey, look, what is this beer meant to be? Is it meant to be an in-your-face with dankness, or is it meant to be huge aromas, or is it meant to be really, really bitter? What is it? And the reply that I got back was the flavour and the aroma is meant to be accessible and sessionable, ones you can have quite a few of, and maybe approachable might be another good word too. And it sits at a price point that sits within their core range. So it's really serving a specific purpose for this brewery. And that's okay. Not everything has to be massive and over the top. It can be accessible. It can be great for the price point. So, this beer here, it's nothing too much in your face in terms of the aroma. It's quite citrusy, but also something that I did a little bit of digging was I found out that this beer was affected by COVID, stayed in the tanks for a little bit longer, so some of the aroma sort of fell off a little bit because of that. So again, diving deep instead of jumping off half-cocked. And in terms of taste, it's smashable. It's right there in the middle. It's not too bitter. It's not too dank or anything like that. It's just really approachable, really nice and easy drinking, 6% sessionable IPA. And that's cool for me. I'm happy with that. It doesn't need to be over the top for me, but for some people, it doesn't always seem like that's enough. So all I want to say is just when you're drinking these beers, maybe find out a little bit more about it, appreciate it for what the brewer intends it to be, instead of what maybe your expectations are. And then maybe we can all get along a little bit better in this craft beer world, because sometimes I feel like there's a little bit too much negativity. And at the end of the day, craft beer is freaking awesome, and we bloody love it. So let's treat each other with respect and treat these beers with respect. Because as I said before, this has been made by a brewer who absolutely loves what they're doing.